I'm Nicky Ryan. I'm a brown belt under John Danaher. I train out of the Henzo Gracie Academy in New York City, and I'm currently ranked 13th at 77 kilograms. Our gym has the most dangerous room in the world. You know, you can be getting submitted from anywhere by anyone. I come out and I like to go after people. One thing that John and Gordon and Gary have taught me to do is put pressure on people from the bottom position. So I think that's one thing that differentiates me from other competitors. Now, that's what jiu-jitsu is about. It's not about coming out and, winning by an advantage or winning by 2 points. I feel like that doesn't prove that you're better than the guy. Anybody can get swept. For you to actually submit someone, it takes skill, and it just proves that you're better than them. On October 2nd, I'll be competing against Tony Ramos, who's number 1.
Tony Ramos is one of the best wrestlers of his generation. This guy is an elite wrestler. This guy is as good as they get.
My biggest accomplishments in wrestling would be winning a national title in 2014, 3 U.S. Open championships at the senior level, making 2 U.S. world teams. My style of wrestling is very physical. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to be consistently attacking, consistently pressuring you as the whole match goes on. My strength is definitely in my power and my physicality. I don't look like I probably have a lot of power, but when I grab onto people, they're like, man, I've never felt something like that before. Like, it's extremely heavy, it's extremely hard.
He comes from not only an elite wrestling background, but one of the most physical wrestling backgrounds you can ever get into, the Iowa style of wrestling. Until you've felt the kind of intensity that a true international level wrestler can bring to a match, it's pretty damn shocking the first time you run into it.
The rule set is submission only, 15 minutes. If there is no submission, then it's really just judge's decision. The biggest difference between wrestling and grappling is the pace. I would say wrestling's a lot higher pace. There's scrambles, you can't expose your back, you gotta fight to get off your back. Grappling, there's areas where you can rest because you're allowed to go down to the mat. You don't have to defend takedowns, you can pull someone into guard. So it's more of I would say, a chess match.
It's a clash of different styles, A lot of people in jiu-jitsu have, the same sort of style, and wrestling brings a completely different game to the table. We do wrestling rounds every day at Henzo. It's a huge part of ADCC, I enjoy it now a bit more than I used to. I used to hate it because I was terrible at it. It's awful. I hate it.
It's a very, very physical sport, and a lot of jiu-jitsu players are a little frazzled the first time they feel a high-level wrestler put hands on them.
I decided to jump into jiu-jitsu because I felt my wrestling style really translates well into it. Jiu-jitsu is a lot more tactical technique, putting people where you want to be, staying out of positions where people are good. In wrestling, I was very good at focusing on where I needed to be. Little things like that have translated well.
My wrestling style is I get down low and I like to shoot. I use a lot of wrestling hand fighting from guard, as far as like snapping the head, pushing elbows across the center line, things like that.
Referees, raise your flags. Your winner out of the blue corner, Kai Ruotolo.
I heard that it was that match that Tony Ramos had seen, and that's why he decided that he could call you out.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
He's probably thinking he could come out and tire me with his snapping and his physicality. But that's not going to happen this time. I've been lifting, I've been training a lot more, and my cardio is much better now.
It's going to be this fascinating battle of literally Olympic level wrestling mixed with intense physicality against someone who's not particularly physical but is incredibly slick and is a master of submissions at a precociously young age.
Are you going to wrestle with Tony?
I'm still undecided.
This dude does not want to wrestle. He does not want to get into one of those battles. And if he's smart, he's not going to go there.
I've never even seen a picture of him training jiu-jitsu.
I'm going to go out there, I'm going to slowly take it out of him. Heavy pressure with my hips, knees on the stomach, things that are just uncomfortable and annoying.
I think if he thinks he's going to win, I think he's sadly mistaken. This match is pretty straightforward for Nicky, and I think that if Tony does an ounce of engaging, he's going to get submitted pretty quickly.
Nicky has no idea what we're game planning for, what we're doing, how we're going to attack, and it's not like he can go and watch film.
What do you say to the people who think you want to
I've been told that my whole life. That's something I've always thrived on. It's made me compete better. It's made me focus more. It's made me do things a lot better. So it doesn't matter what these other people think. All that matters is what you believe in your mind and what you believe in your heart. I do think I can win. I always think I can win. I'm not going to take something if I don't think I can win.
On October 2nd, you can expect me to come out and do the same thing that I've done in every other competition. Relentless attacks coming forward, either getting to his legs or coming up to his back. I believe it ends with me submitting him.